Tanning is the force that went beyond musical boundaries and into the psyche of young America, blurring cultural and demographic lines so permanently that it laid the foundation for a transformation. Understanding this phenomenon is what made me a successful entrepreneur in the worlds of music and advertising. In my career, I've had the honor of working with true icons. During this series, I'll introduce you to these amazing people and personalities, and we'll talk about how they and the tanning effect are changing the world. I am Steve Stout, and welcome to The Tanning Effect. Today I'm talking with an Academy Award-winning actress who we've recently learned loves to sing everything from country to R&B. But what you may not know is that she's actually a rap music aficionado. Welcome, Gwyneth Paltrow. Thank you for coming on The Tanning Effect.
Thanks for having me.
We're very happy to have you here. It's so funny to get a chance to finally sit down with you about all of the wonderful things we learned about tanning. You grew up in Santa Monica, and then you also, as well as New York. Did you see anything tanning in Santa Monica before you actually came to New York?
I saw almost no tanning in Santa Monica. It was the 70s in California, and in my school, you know, it was like a very beachy community, very hippie. I think the most tanning that I saw during that phase of my life was my dad created and wrote and directed a TV show called The White Shadow, about a white basketball coach and teaching basketball in inner city school. And that show that he did, you know, obviously we were there a lot, but it was interesting to see that culturally start to permeate. And he did a lot of firsts on that show. He had like the first interracial kiss ever on television. I remember that,
everything about that show. I grew up on that show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
And did you learn a lot from watching your dad on that set and seeing the show, the episodes? Was that something that you learned a lot about racial relationships that took place in the stereotypes that were existing? Did you learn it through that show? I
learned a lot of it through the show, especially because, you know, they were using all those stereotypes as a way to sort of exploit them or, you know, expose them or to debunk them. And a lot of times, obviously, in a creative situation, you know, those stereotypes are what causes tension and storylines and plots. And, you know, there was a lot, it was, you know, it was, especially for the time, it's like 79, 80, 81.
There was a lot, during a very transformative time in America.
Very.
For you to do that, that was a big thing, for your father to do that during that time.
And he was very, you know, a lot of the guys on the show, he mentored all of the actors, and a lot of them wanted to be directors, and he really took them under his wing and was very, you know, he loved to mentor the guys. And, you know, a lot of them are Kevin Hooks and Thomas Carter became very successful directors, film directors, and they started as actors on the show, kind of under my dad's wing.
Jay-Z had this show at Royal Albert Hall, and you came out and you sang Song Cry.
I was so nervous that night.